What's going on, guys? Seth here for Tasty Loot Gaming, doing a TLG reacts to the Silent Hill transmission that happened earlier today. It has been a long day for me dodging things. I didn't dodge everything, though. And honestly, I kind of expected a lot of this because I've been following the leaks really closely. And for a while now, we've known that there's been multiple Silent Hill projects in the works. It was largely rumored that Bloober Team was working on a Silent Hill 2 remake, and Christoph Gans, the guy who's directing the third Silent Hill movie, kind of let slip a couple weeks ago in an interview that Bloober Team was actually working on that remake, and multiple projects were being worked on. So after hearing that, after hearing the leaks, kind of confirmed a lot for me. So yeah, I hopped on Twitter for a second and saw indeed that there was a Silent Hill 2 remake. Not super surprising. Saw some pictures. Was pretty impressed with the pictures I saw, but I have not watched the trailer, so really excited to see that. Also saw a couple names for some Silent Hills. I don't know what they are, but I know there's multiple Silent Hills at this point. So just think it's really funny that those leaks are that accurate. Konami did a really bad job at keeping this secret. Everybody's kind of known where Silent Hill's going far before they ever even mentioned anything about it, outside of starting up Silent Hill merch out of nowhere when people start talking about Silent Hill a lot. So that was interesting. But yeah, so where I'm standing when it comes to this, I feel very mixed. As a lot of you know, Silent Hill is like my second favorite series of all time, following Metal Gear Solid. Konami owns a lot of properties that I am a huge fan of, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, I love Silent Hill 1 through 4. I think they are phenomenal games. I think they are the pinnacle of survival horror. The atmosphere you get with Silent Hill, the stories, the music that if you don't have Silent Hill. It plays that much of a part of it. Really shaped a lot of my early gaming experience and set my bar pretty high in terms of what to expect from video games. Even though they are pretty janky, there's some really amazing stuff in those games. Even with the voice acting not being great, something that could definitely be improved. I still love those games to death. I know a lot of people do as well. Silent Hill 2 is always voted like the best survival horror game ever made on like everything. So I typically agree with that. Although PT, shout out to PT, one of the best horror things I've ever experienced. I say thing because it's a tech demo, but yeah, too bad we didn't get that. We didn't get Silent Hills, but we got Silent Hills. Kind of weird. They're like, we can't give you the singular Silent Hills, but we can give you Silent Hills. We can give you plural. We can give you multiple of them. Really crazy. It's like Konami's like going all in on this. They're like, we're going to come back to video games, and we're not just going to give you one Silent Hill. We're going to give you a buffet, and you're going to tell us which of the Silent Hills you like so we can move forward with that. I don't know if it's a good strategy, but we're going to find out, I guess. Also, worth mentioning, I remember a while back that before Silent Hill was even leaked, that there was rumors floating around that Konami was going to revive Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, and Castlevania, which only makes sense if they're going to try and get back into games. And we see Silent Hill, and we see a lot of Silent Hill right now. So don't be surprised after this if we start seeing things for Metal Gear Solid or Castlevania. I think they should do Castlevania first. Metal Gear Solid will be almost impossible for them to make something that the fans want because, yeah, without Kojima, you don't have Metal Gear Solid, but we'll see. We'll see what they plan on doing. And we'll see what they plan on doing here because I'm really curious to see how Konami's going to treat this. One of the things I saw on Twitter was saying that a Japanese dev was in partnership, collaborating with Konami on a Silent Hill game. I thought that was really interesting wording. That sounds very much like Konami's going to play publisher and stay out of it, hopefully. I don't have that info, but that's what it seemed like in the wording. So I hope that is the case. I hope Konami is just like, we got these properties, they're dormant, we could be making money off of them, and hopefully in their pursuit to make money off of these, they are trying to get some people who actually give a fuck about the brand to make some great games, make people happy. And if we're happy getting good games that are Silent Hill, Konami can be happy making money off those games. And hopefully that's how it works. Hopefully they keep their, hands off these projects for the most part. And put the right minds behind the projects, because that really matters. It's going to be rough, because I keep thinking about Bloober Team making Silent Hill 2 remake, and it's going to make or break them. At this point, they're known but not super known. They've made a couple survival horror games that people have liked and some people seem to dislike. And so if they make a great Silent Hill 2 remake, it's going to blow them the fuck up. They're going to go from like, oh yeah, Bloober Team made that indie horror game, to like, oh, Bloober Team made like the Silent Hill 2 remake, and it was fantastic. But if they fuck it up, man, I don't know if you guys got a future, because people are they're going to remember that name. Bloober's pretty hard to forget. Anyway, let's jump into this and see what we are getting. What is the future of Silent Hill? Let's find out. All right, digging the atmosphere already. Konami, don't do me wrong. You've been doing me wrong for so long. I was ready to write you off. And now this is happening, and I have to be open-minded. I have to see if you're trying to make a comeback, make things right. Maybe you're the same Konami. I'm putting my money there, but, I want good games. I'm going to encourage good games. So if we get good games from you, I will celebrate that. If I don't get good games from you, what's new? I've already written you off. Also, I apologize for how I sound, possibly. Oh, you motherfuckers! Nostalgia. Oh, one of the best songs in a video game ever. You motherfuckers! This is how you get people just pumped for this. Hopefully it's good. I was gonna say, I hope I don't sound too bad, because we're experiencing our own Silent Hill in Washington State right now. There are fires burning somewhere, and it's really smoky here. It's in certain parts, not where I live, but up north, it's looking like Silent Hill. And Seattle apparently was the worst air quality city in all of the world earlier, which is wild to think, and I was breathing that in. So yeah, not doing too good in the chest. Oh my god, I love this song. Let's do this. Silent Hill 2. It's the bathroom.
Could she really be here, waiting for me?
He looks similar but different. I also got chills.
Mary died of that damn
I don't know if
disease
it's gonna
3
be
years
good,
ago.
but just Silent Hill 2, I'm like, ugh. I mean, this is all pre-rendered, I'm sure.
In my restless
That looks like it could be in game. I think this is all just CGI. I don't know.
Silent Hill.
I like the atmosphere. Is it Hirohito? Akira Yamaoka? Bloober Team. I don't know if I would follow up those two names with that. I don't know if I'm stoked about the way his face looks, but the rest of it, everything looks good.
I know what you are. I know why I needed you.
He's gonna cap him, dude. I've
But
played
it's
this
all
game.
over now.
Don't do it, James. Or do it.
I don't need you anymore.
Beat the fuck out of that nurse. At least his face is emoting. I'll give him that for sure. I mean, it's a modern game, so it should, but it's weird to see
I'm
Silent
ready.
Hill 2 with some emotion outside of just somber dread, which was also great. That's the thing that I kind of miss looking at.
Mary?
Oh, yeah. I hope that's good. It's so fucking cool to see those character models at a higher res, though. Obviously, they're new models, but anyway, I miss everyone in Silent Hill always like looks sick, and when games don't do that, games that followed Silent Hill 1 through 4 don't have these like sickly looking people. For some reason, it just doesn't feel right to me. That was a pretty good trailer. I liked it.
Welcome
His
to
face is
Silent
kinda
Hill
weird, but
Transmission, the show
whatever.
that keeps you informed about Silent Hill. My name is Selena, and I'll be your facilitator. Thank you very much for having me.
You're
And-
facilitating this?
サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。今日はよろしくお願いします。まずはじめにサイレントヒル2の映像をご覧いただきました。そしてですね、より詳しくお伝えするために一緒にゲームを作っている人をお呼びしています。では早速ご紹介いたします。
Which is,
コンセプトアーティストの伊藤正弘さんです。
Because I know they like to invest in engines and then bitch
よろしくお
about
願い
it.
します。
よろしくお願いします。
改めまして岡本さん、伊藤さん、サイレントヒルが帰ってくるんですね。
はい、そうなんです。
Sick.
ファンの皆さん、本当に大変お待たせしました。サイレントヒルが帰ってきて、その第一弾としてサイレントヒル2をリメイクいたします。伊藤さんにお声掛けしてからそろそろ3年ですよね。
いや本当長かったですよね。でもこうしてこのタイトルをまたこう再始動できるっていうそのタイミングを皆さんにお伝えできるっていうことに僕はすごく興奮して
I
います。
want to be really excited,
伊
but
藤さんの場合、
I don't
ツイッタ
know.
ーにもすごくファンの方がコメントされているので、
I should be
もう
like
隠してるのが
ecstatic,
大変
but
だ
I
ったんじゃ
just
ないです
don't
か。
know what
そう
Konami's
な
gonna
んです
do.
よ。岡本さんに苦情され
I
て
don't know if they can do this.
そのことに本当にファンからいろいろ質問されて、それをのらりくらりと交わすのが大変でして、
いや僕らもちょっと
Yeah, except for
脇で
Akira
見ていて
Yamaoka said like a year and a
ちょっと
half
ドキド
ago
キし
he's
たんです
working on a
それで
big
ですね
project that the fans are gonna be really excited about, and he's like,
作曲家の
they
山岡
know
明
what
さ
I'm
ん
talking about.
山岡さんとも一緒に作っているんですけれども、ちょっと本日はですね、残念ながらこの場に来られなかったのでビデオメッセージをお預かりしております。どうぞご覧ください。
山岡です。もう21年ですか、20年以上経った作品でリメイクという形でまた新しい作品としてですね蘇るということで、個人的にも僕的にもすごく嬉しく思っています。当時はそのいろいろこうチャレンジしようというか、ビデオゲームっていう中でも
It's so weird to see the
新しい
Konami
ものという
logo
か
on a
今まで
video.
ないものをテーマとしても作ろうみたい
Like
な
them coming back to video games is wild.
当時ディレクターがドストエフスキーの「罪と罰」を読んでくださいって言われて、何を作るんだろうなと。で音楽ももちろんですけど模索というかすごいいろいろチャレンジしてた思いではあります。このタイトルであれば新しい音楽っていうものを作り上げられるかなっていうのはすごい感じてました。未だに20年経ってもですね、サイレントヒルっていうタイトルがみんなの心の中に残ってるっていうのは僕はすごくやってよかったというか、本当にこの上ない嬉しさというか気持ちでもあります。でリメイクに関してもまたさらに新しい音楽性であったり、
That's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that.
新しいチャレンジもそう
But if you're gonna change the music of Silent Hill, at least you're keeping the dude who made the music for Silent Hill.
き
So
ちっと届けられる心に刺さるサウンドデザインだったり、
sound design, dude, you have such an
もちろ
opportunity
ん
to make something
サイレ
really
ントヒ
great
ルを
nowadays.
知らない、サイレントヒル2を知らないユーザーさんにとっても、その時サイレントヒル2が初めて出た時のインパクトというか衝撃というか作れたらいいなと思っています。皆さんもぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
山岡さんありがとうございます。
That's really interesting that they're making new
若
music.
いスタッフみんな山岡さんのことを尊敬しているので、みんなワクワクしながら一緒に仕事させていただいております。そしてですね、日本だけでなく制作チームについてのお話もさせてください。今回のサイレントヒル2はポーランドのホラーゲームのスペシャリストブルーバーチームで制作しています。
All right, so I have
彼
something
ら
to
から
admit
コ
to
メ
you
ント
guys.
と
I've
制作
never
風
played a
景
Clover
をい
Team
ただいて
game.
ますので、こちらもどうぞご覧くだ
So
さい。
I don't know how to feel about going into
Silent
them
Hill
doing
2
a
is a
remake.
cult classic, and it's widely recognized as one of the
Never
best
played Layers
games
of Fear, I
ever
own
made.
it. Never played Layers of
For
Fear
many
2, I own
Bluebird
it.
team members,
Haven't played the
Silent Hill
medium,
is
I
the
wanted to
title
play it.
which made them fall in love in horror games. This is why we approach our work with a great respect to original game.
I heard that the medium,
To ensure that we are keeping this unique
even
Silent
before
Hill
they announced,
atmosphere
or
intact,
not announced,
we are
leaked,
working
that
closely
they would be
with
working on a
original
remake.
creators such
I heard
as
it seemed
Masahiro
really
Ito and Akira
inspired
Yamamoto.
by Silent Hill, so it's kind of interesting they went with them. But also, I think like Konami can't really afford a AAA dev.
We want
So-
Silent Hill 2 to
or
make the
doesn't
same
want to.
strong impression today that the
So it makes
original
sense that
game
would go
did
with somebody
21
who
years ago.
is kind of in the middle there.
While we want to achieve the same end result, players' expectations evolve over time,
PS5.
and certain things need to be modernized to have the same or similar effect. For example, that's why we went with the over-the-shoulder camera, so we can
gameplay?
immerse players into the game world as much as possible.
We are creating a synergy where new or modernized
That guy's
mechanics and
face looks
features actually
almost
support
exactly the
the
same.
original spirit of Silent Hill 2.
As the character model.
Combining the old with the new is no easy task, but we believe we are on the right track.
To put it simply, our goal is to recreate everything what made the game a timeless classic, but give it a new form which will draw players even deeper into the foggy streets of Silent Hill.
I saw a picture of that original parking lot over the lake of the original Silent Hill
すごい
2
ですね。
next
こ
to
の
the
現
new
場から
one.
サイレントヒル2
And
が生まれたんですね。
そうなんですよ。
A gigantic
彼らは
difference.
本当にホラーゲームとサイレントヒルが大好きで、コナミってサイレントヒルに関しては世界中のチームから毎年のように提案をいただくんですけれども、
I bet they
その
do.
中でも彼らは最もですね情熱的ですごく愛を感じました。
あ素晴らしい。
伊藤さんも一緒にポーランド行きましたよね。
はい、年の瀬の寒いポーランドに来ましたね。
で何度
I
も
can only
何度も
imagine
ね、
for years
お酒を飲み
Konami
語
has
り
people
合い
hitting them up about
Dem
like,
kan
hey,
samma
we'd love to make a Metal Gear Solid. Hey, we'd love to make a Silent
一
Hill.
緒にもう
Konami's
お
like,
酒飲みなが
nah,
ら
you know, we
ホラー
don't-
ゲームの未来
We don't want to do anything with that. We're making hardware. We make slot machines and
はい
pachinko
ところで
machines.
ですね、先
You
ほど
wanna
の映
play
像
a
にも
Konami
動画出
game,
て
go
おり
to
ましたけれ
Vegas,
ども
baby.
サイレントヒル2はプレイステーション5で発売予定
Okay,
です。
PS5.
そこでプレイステーション5の発売元のソニーインタラクティブエンターテインメントさんからもコ
Is
メン
it
トをいた
only
だいております
PS5?
ビデオメッセージをどうぞご覧ください。
Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Svensson, and I'm the Vice President of Global Third-Party Relations at Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Never even heard of
I'm
you.
extremely excited to hear about the announcement of Silent Hill 2.
Who's this guy?
Congratulations. This is definitely a celebratory moment, and we're looking forward to bringing Silent Hill 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Being huge fans of the franchise, our team at SIE feels fortunate and excited to support the revival of Silent Hill. Okamoto-san, we
Is
eagerly
it
await
straight
hearing more
up
about what's in
exclusive or
store for
timed?
this beloved franchise. Thank you again for your partnership.
応援ありがとうございます。サイレントヒルはプレイステーションとともに
PC
成長してきたシリーズです。プレイステーション向けに発売できて非常に嬉しいですね。
皆様のサイレントヒル2に寄せる期待がすごいですね。もう私自身サイレントヒル2の大ファンなので、もうお話聞いてるだけでますます楽しみになってきました。
ありがとうございます。ファンの皆様にはですね、本日からプレイステーション5のスターページもオープンしていますので、そちらの方もチェックしてみてください。よろしくお願いします。
そうなんですね。
They're
わかりました。
ready.
ファンとしてすぐにチェックさせていただきます。それではこの回はこのあたりで、岡本さん、伊藤さん、ありがとうございました。
Where do I get that shirt at? You guys sell that? Where'd you guys go?
私たちのいる世界も変わってきましたよ。
はい。このイベントはサイレントヒル2だけでは終わらないんです。今後は世界中の才能あふれるクリエイターたちとサイレントヒルの世界をさらに拡
Love
大し
that
ていき
song
ます。
too.
まだ続きがあるんですか。
はい。そしてその新しいビジョンの一つをお披露目することができるんです。ビデオの方をご覧ください。
All right, what are we doing? What are we doing with all these?
No. In this place. Why are you here? You're to be punished.
Annapurna.
That's good. I like it. You know what? I think you're right. I think we've done something so awful. We are stuck here in this place.
I don't know those games.
Being judged by these people. But for you, I think it's more than that.
No code? Who's no? I mean, they just said.
Reason.
I think they said some games. Observation.
And I don't want to be anywhere near you when you figure that out.
Silent Hill Townfall. I mean, the waves looked cool. I don't know much else. Annapurna, I think they typically do like
Hi, my name is John
story
McKellen. I'm the creative
based
director at No Code, and we are working on
games.
Silent Hill Townfall. I remember playing the original Silent Hill on PS1 back in 1999 and became a fan from that moment on. So for us to work on this game with our friends at Annapurna feels like an actual dream come true. It's a real honor for us to bring a new title to this series that both respects the source material, but also does something a little bit different with it. To say that Silent Hill has been an inspiration to No
Okay,
Code
but
would be
you
a
gotta
massive
respect the source material.
Our
Don't just
previous
make your own
games,
scary
stories
game and be
told
like,
and
"Oh, Silent
observation,
Hill,
both
buy
played
it,
with that
please."
same deep psychological horror. And at No Code, we're all about weaving that narrative and that experience into every aspect of our game design, our audio, our visuals, even our UI. So obviously the teaser trailer is just the beginning, and we can't show you any more just yet. We're going to be hard at work for a while, but we can't wait to come back in the new year.
It's gonna be really weird living in a
Until
world
then,
where
might be
fucking
worth
you can
watching that trailer
go.
again and see what you might
Oh,
think.
I liked this Silent. Well, maybe you'll dislike all of them or like all of them, but it's gonna be really weird going like, "Oh, what Silent Hill game did you like?" Of modern
この
Silent
国
Hill
編には
games. There's
鳥
gonna be
肌
like
が立ち
multiple
ま
of
し
them.
た。
It's so
期
weird
待
to
も
me.
やっぱ高いんですけれども、これはどのようなきっかけで始まったんでしょうか。
はい。実はちょっとしたカリフォル
Okay,
ニア
the
での
remake was
ランチミ
cool,
ーティ
but
ングから
like
始まったん
Townfall
です
wasn't
よ。
that great. Or
こんな
Townfall was
インタラ
actually
クティブで
surprisingly
ノーコード
good,
の大
but
ファンだったの
whatever the
で、
other ones
こ
are
の絶好の機会を必
weren't
ず
that
成
great.
功させたいと思っ
It's
てま
really
す。
really weird.
サイレントヒルの新作を一緒に作ってくれるこれ以上ないパートナーだと思ってます。
そうなんですか。この他にも新たなパートナーはいらっしゃるんでしょうか。
はい。まだ今日は言えないんですけれども、同様に素晴らしい才能を持ったチームと今後のパートナーシップを拡大していく予定です。
それは素晴らしいですね。タウンフォールが楽しみです。
ありがとうございます。ではタウンホールの話はひとまずここまでにして次の話題に移っていきたいと思います。
お、次は何でしょう。
実はサイレントヒルはゲーム以外の展開もあるんです。ここではその情報をお伝えしていきます。
なるほど、また新しい楽しみ
Are you
が
gonna
増え
turn
ま
out
す
the
ね。
movie?
ではここでアシスタントプロデューサー内藤瑠衣さんをお迎えしてその新たな展開について伺っていきましょう。内藤さん、お願いいたします。
サイレントヒルの IP 展開、クロスメディア展開を担当しています内藤です。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
Did all these people just get hired recently? Because like, if they've been existing
今回はですね、サイ
in
レント
these
ヒルゲーム復
jobs
活の
for
きっかけ
Silent
とも
Hill,
な
what
った映
have
画化
you
の
been
話です。
doing?
数年前に映画のもともと作ってた映画のプロデューサーの方から最新作作りたいという提案をいただきました。監督は第一作の方を演出されたクリストフ・ガンズ氏が手掛けると。
No, it's mixed with people, but that's one of the only video game movies that I
いい映画になるぞ
liked.
というところで進
It
めて
has
きま
its
した。
problems for sure,
ただですね、
but it actually felt like it was
映画
trying
だ
to
けでいい
be
のか
like
という
the
ところもあって、
game.
これはゲームを復活させたいということもあって、隣にプロデューサーの岡本
So
と
I'm
一緒に
interested in what he's going to
ゲーム
do.
と一緒に復活する道のりを歩んできたという感じになります。
なるほど、素晴らしいですね。
ではここでそのプロデューサー監督2名から熱いメッセージいただいているのでご覧ください。
This return is my return to a world, a universe that I have touched in 2006, 15 years ago. The film was a great success, and we decided to go back to the best of his stories, I mean Silent Hill 2. The film is the story of a young guy coming back to Silent Hill where he has known a great love, and what he's going to find is a pure nightmare.
I have the chance
looks
of
so
being very
happy
close
about
with
that.
Christoph, and we together has achieved to convince Konami that there is a new version of Silent Hill that needs to be done, and they are 100% on board.
Interesting.
The first Silent Hill,
That's
we
interesting. He
exploring
approached
a world.
them.
The world of this small town, completely closed into the mist. It was like be trapped into a twilight zone. But in the second game, you know, the creator of the game have changed the rules, you know. We were basically going back to Silent Hill, the same town, but we were looking this strange world entirely through the point of view of the hero we were playing.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
So we're getting a Silent Hill 2
Realize
remake
that
and a Silent Hill 2
Mary is
movie?
lost somewhere into this strange place.
At its core, it's also the idea of the myth of Orpheus. And whatever a man can go deep in hell to bring back the soul or the person he loved the most in his life.
So it's much more about psychological horror, even if we are going to find again all the same creature and the same strange terror sequence, something like that. But the first big interrogation and the first big terror is about ourselves. Are we mad?
Yeah.
Are we sane? Are we sane to go back to Silent Hill to find this great love?
This one now has so many years from the first one that there is a clear idea.
That game looks older, man, but I still love the way it looks.
Modern, but also very true to the video game. And that's also what it is. We are also respecting the will of the author, the producers, and Konami into this adaptation. Christoph, it's really somebody that respects.
He's gonna have long
the
hair.
work that has
He's got a
been
bowl
done,
cut, berries and
but
cream
that
back there.
Also has his own vision. It nurtures the creative vision of the authors from the game, but with a different vision from a filmmaker. And both they have created, I believe, something that has struck the minds of the fans.
James! Stop! Leave her alone!
The game of Silent Hill franchise were great artistic achievement, and I have a responsibility to transpose that
True,
on the
dude.
screen, you know.
Christoph is a real gamer. He has been immersed in this world.
Christoph
That's
is
why,
a real gamer.
The first film was so well received by the fans of Silent Hill, because they felt that I was one of them, and it was so important for me to...
Yeah, I remember before that movie even came out, he's talking about how he actually had played the games.
That was
and he's
the
talking
base,
about how much he
the
wanted to really
start
like
of everything.
make that like
Everything starts from
that experience
So
put into
I'm
the movie. So
going
like they even put the
with
music
a
into the movie and
maximum
stuff, which I
of humility,
appreciated.
a maximum of respect, but in the same time I have quite a charge, quite a goal, which is how
So we'll see if he can
transpose
do a decent job
the
this time
language
around.
of the game, which is entirely about immersion. Into
I never watched the second movie. It looked horrible,
into a
and then I heard
story
horrible things
that we
about
can
it. So it's
tell
like I'm not
in
gonna
90 or 100
I'm not gonna watch
The monsters are
them
also
do
one of
to
the
Silent
key
Hill what
elements
most
that
people do
fans are waiting
with
for.
video game
And
properties.
we are updating those in a way that the creation is similar, but they will be striking.
For me, one of my major goals in this film is how to redesign the classic monster of Silent Hill. I was talking about Red Pyramid, you know, this big guy with the helmet, you know. He's, again, in this one. Some of the creatures of the film of back in 2006 were very, very appreciated by the fan. But in the same time, for me, it was important to come back with surprise.
It's a new universe, it's a new challenge, and those are very important to bring these icons differently to the audience because they want them to have that wow effect.
That's why, you know, I found a very interesting collaboration with the people of Konami. They helped me a lot to achieve this new design of the monster because they are also working on new episode for the franchise of Silent Hill.
The younger audience, they want that collective experience. They want to be with their friends, they want to talk about it, but they want also to live that experience together.
We all know that watching an horror film alone at his home is quite different of being into a big theater with a crowd and everybody jumping at the same time. It's very different.
We are modernizing. We are giving him what the audience of today is really wanting. We are trying to do as much as possible, creating a new experience for that audience. Could be more immersive, interactive, and we have now new technologies, but we still have what makes the best is the story. And this story is at the core of it. So we hope that Return to Silent Hill will be a great return.
So is that the name, Return to Silent Hill?
To keep the link with the audience, we have to be perfectly aware that everything has changed.
Kind of makes sense because they're probably going to pretend like the second movie never happened since he didn't make it, and they'll just go like, oh, Silent Hill, Return to Silent Hill.
Very surprising.
I remember what the second one was called.
プロデューサー監督ありがとうございました。
ゲームを映画に負けないように頑張っていこうと思ってます。映画とゲーム両方を最高のクオリティにしてファンにお届けしたいと思ってます。
もうファンとしては両方とも本当に楽しみです。内藤さん、映画もゲームもまだまだこれからだと思うんですけれども、今後の予定などってお聞きすることってできますでしょうか。
さっきの映像の中にもあったと思うんですけど、すでに絵コンテとかイメージボードとかあるんですけど、実は撮影とかキャスティングはまだこれからなんですね。今後いろいろ映画の方も山場がいっぱいあると思うんで、こちらの方もゲームと一緒にいい作品になるように進めていきたいと思ってます。
ありがとうございます。映画も楽しみです。この配信をご覧の皆さんもぜひ楽しみにお待ちくださいね。それではこの回もそろそろ。内藤さん、岡本さん、ありがとうございました。
バイ。
From here, I would like to share with you some of Silent Hill-related items that will help you enjoy the game even more.
Now, I've noticed that you've noticed my shirt. Well, you can buy this on silenthill.com.
You already know, 1/6 scale statue of Red Pyramid Thing is coming. Thoroughly supervised by the art director and the monster designer of Silent Hill 2, Masahiro Ito, all details are brushed up. You can even see the details we couldn't express because of the video game spec at the time.
That's pretty sick.
The base capturing the scaffold can be connected, and you can recreate the scene of the final fight against 2 Red Pyramid Things. Up next,
I love how
James Sunderland 1/6 scale statue.
literal they're being.
The realistic sculpture
with the
perfectly
name.
captures James's exhaustive facial expression. Not only the handgun, but also the wooden plank, the steel pipe, and the great knife pairing up with Red Pyramid Thing can be held in his right hand. At his feet, health drinks are tossed away. Maria from Silent Hill 2 is also coming as a 1/6 scale statue. It is the very first official statue of Maria with the high quality and beautiful details. The right hand is interchangeable with a hand holding the gun, which appears in the sub-scenario
Konami's just ready to make some money.
Last but not least, the secret ending of Silent Hill 2, Inu End, is also recreated as a 1/6 scale coin bank statue. The diorama statue will remind you of the last scene where James collapsed to his knees and say, "So it was all your work." From here, we will introduce some products from the official Konami shop. First, Silent Hill board collection. We made a collection that encapsulates all that horror and eeriness, featuring legendary characters from the first 4 installments of the franchise. These hand-numbered limited decks are now available for pre-order. In the official Konami shop, all these products are now available. Please check it out. Here is further information about Silent Hill goods. From Crazy Rock, 1/6 scale fully articulated collectible figures of Red Pyramid Thing and Bubblehead Nurse are coming. They are high quality and fully articulated. From Good Smile Company, Pop-Up Parade Bubblehead Nurse is coming with affordable prices. Pop-Up Parade is a series of figures that are easy to collect. Each figure typically stands around 17 to 18 centimeters in height.
I don't like the face though.
From Bedrock Collectibles,
it's weird
Red
looking.
Pyramid Thing and Maria.
I mean, it's supposed to be weird
Elevator
looking, but
diorama
not. Doesn't look correct.
This statue diorama captures a moment in time as Red Pyramid Thing readies to swing his great blade while Maria attempts to run away and reach the elevator in time with her outreached hand. This diorama will be coming soon to the Bedrock Collectibles website. Konami is proud to present all these items on Silent Hill e-commerce page. Don't miss it and secure your order.
Sick. Looks pretty cool.
Now the scene has changed and we have our next guest. Our next guest is Jacob Navok. Jacob, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jacob Navok and I'm the CEO at Genvid.
Jacob, what will you be presenting this time?
I'm going to show you a new kind of Silent Hill, an experience that you haven't seen up until now.
A whole new experience. What is it all about? Please take a look at this video for hint.
A whole new experience. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Can we save her? Run. Is that Sauron? Silent Hill Ascension. Okay. So people are texting while the Dark Lord is bad robot behavior. What is that? What is it going to be like an interactive thing? A whole new experience. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one. We'll see. That didn't show me anything, and
well, this is going to be
the idea
another
of
world of
texting
Silent Hill.
or
Jacob,
messaging is
could you
not
please
not
introduce
interesting
the
to me.
project?
For over 20 years, Silent Hill
Silent
has
Hill
haunted
experience.
my memories. And lately, I enjoy watching streamers playing Silent Hill with their fans. We love the feeling of being scared together, of experiencing fear with friends. It's why watching horror films in the theater is so fun. Silent Hill Ascension
So make
takes
sure to
that
watch
feeling of
Return to
community
Silent
fear
Hill.
to a massive scale. It's a live, real-time interactive series
dude's a
where
fucking
millions
PR
of fans
guy.
will watch together as the chilling story unfolds. You can change its outcomes and even be a part of scenes. There is no reset button. Decisions that you make mean life or death in the story. It's your chance to shape Silent Hill canon forever. Silent Hill Ascension is brought to you by Genvid, Bad Robot, Behavior, and DJ2, and goes live in 2023. Sign up at ascension.com for updates.
I'm so excited about
I hate
this
how he
new
keeps
world
looking.
of
It looks
Silent
like he's
Hill.
gonna look at the
Here are
camera, but
some
he's just looking at a
messages we
teleprompter that's
received
down
from
low and then
two
looking back at
important
her. It's
partners
really
in the
fucking
project.
unprofessional looking.
Before we look at the messages, could you please introduce them?
Today we're going to hear from Bad Robot as well as Behavior.
I see. Okay, first things first. I would like to read a message from director J.J. Abrams.
Genvid's experience presents a wild, epic, and innovative new way to immerse yourself in the horrors of Silent Hill.
Next,
That's
please
it?
watch the
That's the
message from
message?
the art director of Bad Robot
A sentence?
and the creative team of Behavior Interactive.
Game will
I'm
be
Chris
great.
Amaral from
You'll be
Bad
real
Robot
scared.
Games and art director for Silent Hill Ascension. Our approach to Silent Hill Ascension is to ensure we maintain the tone and the feeling that the fans have come to love from the franchise, while also adding our own twist of an oppressed, tormented, and morose dimension of reality. Silent Hill creatures are often manifested projections from the darkest depths of the main characters' minds. In Silent Hill Ascension, we build off of this. Our creatures are inspired by the personal traumas and internal demons of our characters' past lives. We want the art style to be a fresh take on the brand, while still being equally respectful to where we've been before.
In 2021, we released The Executioner and the survivor Cheryl Mason in Dead by Daylight. Today, Behavior once again will dive into the world of Silent Hill, but with a completely new experience. Here's Chris, VP Creative of our service division, to tell you all about it.
Everyone at Behavior
That's
is
interesting
excited to announce our collaboration
that
with
they're going to be
Genvid
working with
Silent
them
Hill
on this
Ascension,
because
in a new form
it
of
makes a lot
entertainment
more
that
sense
blends
behind the
community,
scenes on their
live
partnership
storytelling,
with
and interactivity.
allowing Silent Hill characters in their
Silent
game.
Hill Ascension takes you and the entire community on a unique interactive storytelling experience where the decisions you make affect the characters and the world. Those decisions become canon, and there's no reset button. This is a whole new chapter for Silent Hill, with new characters and
I
frightful
like how they just
moments,
keep re-emphasizing.
where the
There's no
stakes
reset
couldn't
button.
be more real.
What does that mean?
We're thrilled
We
to be
don't know.
working with the talented teams at Genvid, Bad
not
Robot,
enticing.
and DJ2 to bring Silent Hill Ascension to life. Look
I'm
for it
like,
to go
oh
live
man,
in
I've been looking for a
2023,
game with
and
no
sign
reset
up at
button.
Ascension.com for updates.
I can see the new charm of Silent Hill. The fun only gets better.
You
Jacob,
can?
what do you think of the 2 message videos?
I'm thrilled to work with these incredible teams. Together, we're going to revolutionize what horror means in interactive media.
That's fantastic. We are excited too. I hope everyone watching this distribution is eagerly awaiting this new Silent Hill.
This feels
I'm
like when you're
sure
working
you'll
at
not
a
be
job and like the
disappointed. Thank you,
district
Jacob,
manager
for
shows
sharing your
up and they give you this
fascinating
like
title with us today.
fucking
Thank you
speech
for your
about
time,
how the
Jacob.
company
Thank you
loves
very
you
much.
so much and they appreciate how hard you work. And it just feels so vacant, so corporate feeling.
また場所が変わりましたね。岡本さん、これはどういう
We are excited to work with the best devs ever working on the most scary game ever. We are so excited to see what the fans have to say about this crazy experience with no reset button.
新しいサイレントヒルです。
Thank you very much. Finally, we will leave you with that completely new video. Thank you for watching Silent Hill Transmission.
Man, there's a lot of Silent Hill. Not actual gameplay footage. Thank you for letting me know that. Japan. Japanese Silent Hill? That's fine. That's fine. Interesting. It's giving me fucking, what's that movie? Ew. Midsummer vibes. Silent Hill F. Interesting. I'm oddly intrigued. I mean, that was just like a CG trailer, but the idea of a Silent Hill in Japan is really interesting. Definitely has a different art style, a little vibrant, but it's interesting. Interesting looking. I would like to see gameplay before I have a hard opinion on that. All right, went over a lot of my thoughts while watching this and before, but all in all, I think it's really interesting. First off, that Konami is making a return to video games, and they're starting with Silent Hill. Not only are they starting with Silent Hill, they're starting with a lot of Silent Hill. It's a really interesting move, and if it works, it will definitely benefit them. If it doesn't, this is going to make people hate Konami even more. So this is pretty bold move, but also I feel like Konami's at the point where they just don't give a fuck if people are upset with them or not. So we'll see where that goes. But I hope it does work out because, like I've said before, I love Silent Hill, so I want Silent Hill and I want good Silent Hills. So Silent Hill 2 Remake makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of people's first Silent Hills, their introduction to Silent Hill, similar to like Resident Evil 2. And so it makes complete sense that if you're going to do a remake, if you're going to go traditional, hopefully, and you want to play it safe, Silent Hill 2 is the way to go. You just have to nail it, Bloober team. I'm warning you. You have to get this right. Because if you don't, it's gonna make you look really bad as a developer who's not quite big enough to be like praised and not quite small enough to be like forgotten. Like people know you're ready. So if you fuck up the Silent Hill 2 remake, people are going to be pissed. I mean, even look at Resident Evil 2's remake, which was phenomenal. And then look at Resident Evil 3 remake, which people shit on. And, I thought 3 was like, okay, but people really didn't like it. But 2 is great. Everybody loved it. So you got to pick which one of those you're going to do. And you're going to get the reaction those got, but probably even more. Because if you make a good Silent Hill 2 remake, you are going to be celebrated. People are going to be so happy about that. Some people aren't going to be able to get over James's face looking different, but, different visual style, different actor that they're actually mocapping this time around. And if he emotes well, no one's going to care. But people are still going to kind of nitpick that. But if you make a good game, people will look past it. People will celebrate it. But if you make a bad game, they're going to blame you. They're going to blame Konami. They're going to be pissed. They're going to shit all over this. And so, yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how that turns out. But I want it to be good. They're using Unreal Engine 5 from what I've read. Oh, it says right there. And it's a really smart move because that'll allow them excellent graphics and technologies and easier development. So they're not getting hung up on making new engines and trying to figure out the engine, and Konami going like, we're spending too much money and too much time on this shit. Just put the game out and make money. So really good move there. You just got to nail. You got to look at what made that game popular, and you have to work towards those things. You got to try and get that going on. The atmosphere's got to be right. The characters got to be right. The music's got to be right. They got Akira Yamaoka back though, so that is a great sign. Very happy about that. They're changing the music. I feel weird about that, but that it's Akira Yamaoka doing the music again, I feel less weird about it. So, but I am a traditionalist in the sense that I think Silent Hill 2 is fantastic the way it is, and the music was great. So if you're gonna change it, hopefully it's as good or better. If it takes away from it, it's going to suck. But the trailer was good. I liked the trailer. I thought it was a really good trailer. That might just be the nostalgia speaking of just seeing visuals from a game I love and music that sounds similar to music that I love. But it was a good trailer. It was set up really well. Had a lot of cool visuals. I don't know if any of that was gameplay, but it looked good. So yeah. And the atmosphere looks awesome. It looks gloomy, oppressive. The wind was a nice touch with everything moving. That's something, we kind of got in the original, but, older graphics, so it doesn't show as well. But, the street lights moving, all the papers, and the wind blowing and the fog. Really, really good looking. Really, really happy with that. So yeah, I hope they nail it. But that's the safe one. That's the safe route that they're going, and they got to nail that one. If there's any of these that they nail, they can fuck up the other ones, and people will just go, those were shitty attempts. They can't fuck this up. So I hope they understand that, and I hope they nail it. And yeah, really stoked to see Akira Yamaoka coming back. And I'm glad they really deep dived on it too, because this is the one that you got to kind of like make people feel good about. You got to get them like stoked that this is coming, because this is going to be where the most judgment's at. The next one was, what do they call this? Silent Hill. Oh yeah, Silent Hill Townfall. Okay, so this one's really interesting. We didn't really get anything from it outside of some interesting visuals. The water looked cool, the way they reveal the name, but that doesn't mean anything for gameplay, so I don't know what the fuck they're doing with it. We did see on the little screen, though, some scenes that happen. On this little Game Boy, we see some visuals on this radio that's going to be, making noise, most likely. I don't know who these people are, or what these games are, and who these people are. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments. But, it's an interesting trailer. It doesn't really show anything gameplay-wise, so I don't know what to expect. But the tone is interesting, and so I guess I just have to wait because this is just a teaser, but don't have really any hard opinions on this. The visuals are creepy looking, though, and it does show a scene where it's like first person, so maybe this will be a attempt at trying to give people the PT experience that we were robbed of with Silent Hills. So, yeah, we'll see. It looks interesting, though. It looks interesting for sure. But I need more info. The movie is sounding interesting as well. Like I said before, while we're watching this, the Silent Hill movie is not a masterpiece. It's not an amazing movie, but I liked it. I liked it because most of the time, 99% of the time, when someone makes something based off of a video game and makes it into a movie, they only take elements that are visual and they throw it into their own story. So they make their own movie, and then they're like, we need to sell this. And so they'll take Sub-Zero's outfit from the game and put it on a character, or like they'll dress someone up like Nathan Drake, or they'll dress someone up like Prince of Persia, and then they'll call it Prince of Persia, and then you watch it and you're like, what the fuck is this? And like, well, it's Prince of Persia. Look, the character looks just like the character in the game you played. I'm like, yeah, but did you even play the game? So anyway, all that aside, most people do that when they make video game properties. Christoph Gans actually went out of his way to try and make a Silent Hill movie. It's got the music, which is a nice touch. It didn't have to have that, but it did, and I loved that. The visual style was cool. Really liked it. Had monsters from the game. Had story elements from the game. It was its own thing, but definitely borrowing some elements from the original. And yeah, it was a fun experience. I liked it. So the idea of him making a second movie is promising, because he's one of the only directors I think that has nailed a video game movie. So we'll see, but it could be bad. I don't know. But the kind of the breakdown of how he approached Konami and his passion for the property and stuff like that, really cool to hear. And I hope they make a cool movie, because the first one wasn't too bad. And then after that, we got a lot of merchandise stuff. I'm conflicted between I love Silent Hill and I want to spend money on this stuff. Although economically things aren't going that great around the world, so I should probably not think about spending money on things like that. Probably keep my money for other things. But stuff looks cool. But at the same time, I'm conflicted, like I was saying, because it's Konami. They haven't proven themselves yet. They're not like back. They're just bringing Silent Hill games, and I don't know if they're going to be good or not. So I can't be like, all right, well, you guys are making Silent Hill, so I guess they'll start supporting you again. Like, I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know if they're going to make good games. I don't know if they give a shit about anything. So it's hard for me to even want to give them money. I'm not ready to support Konami yet. So we'll see. But the stuff they're putting out is cool. It's cool design. It's definitely stuff that if you're a fan of Silent Hill, you kind of want to get. So at least they know how to sell things. Hopefully they know how to make things. And then, we got this Silent Hill Ascension. This is probably the weakest thing I've seen so far, though it is interesting the behavior's working on this, because they make Dead by Daylight. They're making Meet Your Maker, so they're really upping their production lately. And they're working with Bad Robot, which is J.J. Abrams' production company. So that makes me think this is going to be more of a visual experience, more of a cinematic experience. But if behavior's working on it, I'm really curious about that. Although they kind of make it sound like it's going to be a multiplayer thing. So it kind of makes sense that behavior's working on it. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But this seems like it's going to be more of like a gimmick, more of like an experience, kind of a fun little thing to do, and less of a like legitimate Silent Hill game. But we will find out. And then last thing we got was Silent Hill F, I think it was called. And this is very intriguing. I don't know how to feel about it. I think the visual style is really cool. I love the setting. I think the idea of a Silent Hill in Japan is really cool sounding. We haven't had that experience. But it does seem to deviate quite a bit from what Silent Hill typically is like. So it's hard to welcome it as a Silent Hill. But as a game, it looks interesting, although this is just, a teaser trailer that's CG. It's not gameplay. So we don't even know what kind of game this is going to be. If it's going to even feel like a Silent Hill game, which is something that Konami has done in the past, making Silent Hill games that don't feel like Silent Hill. Kind of losing the essence of what Silent Hill is. And I hope they don't do that here. But the potential's there, because it's a really interesting concept. And, I definitely welcome them trying something new and different and interesting. And this definitely looks interesting for sure. I just, don't have the info to really say much outside of the original leak for Silent Hill showed almost like a cherry blossom-esque monster. That was really interesting. I feel like the game got canceled because we didn't see it here, unless that's another project being worked on still. But that one looked pretty far along. But yeah, the main monster, I assume, looked like cherry blossoms almost. It was like this pink monster with a bunch of like leaves or something. Post-it notes, I don't know. And this also has a very floral look to it. So maybe this is an evolution of that game, but I have no idea. So yeah, all in all, this was at the very least, interesting presentation. Konami is back to video games. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm open to Konami making good games. I want them to do that. And I will celebrate if they can produce good games, because I want good games, and I want people who've done dumb shit in the past to make wrongs right again. So I'm not somebody who just condemns something forever. And a lot of people are like, fuck Konami, I'll never support them. I'm not on that page. I'm on that page right now. But if they make an effort to make things right, I can overlook it. And so if they can make some cool games, that would be cool. But if they don't, it's just business as usual. But it's just a very interesting thing in gaming to see Konami come back. Very weird. A bunch of Silent Hills are coming. As a Silent Hill fan, that's really weird to see. Like, to get a buffet of Silent Hill. It feels either bold or desperate. And I don't know where to lean yet, because a lot of these games, we haven't seen them yet. We just know that they are games that people are working on. One of them, we don't know if it's a game or not. It's texting. It's an experience. I don't know. So yeah, I can only hope for the best. Out of all of these, I think I'm the most excited for Silent Hill 2 Remake, just because there is a framework to build off of. It's being made in Unreal Engine 5. It's being made by Bloober Team, who has made multiple horror games already. Not saying that's good or bad. I'm saying they have the experience. So if I could put all my chips on one of these games being decent or good, it would be the remake, because it just has more going into it than the other games. It feels more proven by what is being put into it, especially Akira Yamaoka coming back for the music, all that kind of thing, or stuff. Ito coming back. It just feels. It feels like the safer bet. It feels like this is the one thing Konami knows they gotta get right. So hopefully they do. But yeah, I think if you're gonna experiment with Silent Hill, don't call it Silent Hill 5. Call it other things so we can forget about it if it sucks. And yeah, we'll see. But yeah, overall, I can't say I'm excited. I want to be. The nostalgia in me wants to be excited for this, but I'm very interested, morbidly interested in what the future of Silent Hill will be. It's going to be very interesting. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the Silent Hill transmission as a whole, the presentation? I thought it was pretty good. What do you think about the projects individually, or all of them together? Maybe you're like, dude, fuck all that. I don't give a shit about any of that. Or maybe you're like, the movie looks like it could be pretty cool. The remake looks pretty cool, or the remake looks like shit, dude. I love the original. I'm never going to play that. Or maybe you think Ascension sounded cool. Which one stood out to you? Or do they all stand out to you? They kind of do for me, just because I'm like, okay, what are you going to do with all these? I'm paying attention to all of them. We think about Bloober Team. I've never played any of their games. I'm going to make an effort to play them, because I can't have a solid opinion on this remake without having played any of their games. So I got to go play them. I own 2 of them. Yeah, create a solid opinion on that. But let me know what you think of Bloober Team if you played their games in the past, and what you thought of those. And let me know everything you're thinking about in the comments below when it comes to Silent Hill. That's going to do it for this TLG Reacts. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining me. And stay tuned. We'll, of course, have more episodes coming later. We also have a Chainsaw Man Episode 2 review, not reaction, over on Tasty Flicks, linked down below if you want to see our review of that. And check out my TikTok, linked down below as well, if you want to see all my short form content that I make every other couple days. So, yeah, I've been Seth. Until the next episode, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.